Guys, it's Johan and welcome to the Blueprint Podcast, where if you want to seek motivation and inspiration, or if you simply want to be a better human being, then welcome to this podcast. So today, guys, I'm going to share with you a bit of a background story on some advice I gave a person who's running their own small business. So just to give you a bit of context, every week my wife and I, we go to church, and then after church, we basically go get some pet food from a pet store for our dogs. And over the years, I've really got to know the owners really well. We've become close friends, and more importantly, we communicate on a regular basis. And last Sunday, nothing different. We went past the store and I saw the owner was a bit flat. And I said to the owner, "Hey, you okay? Do you want to have a quick chat about anything?" She said, "Yeah, that'd be great." So she pulled me aside and I said, "What's going on at the moment?" She said, "Look, business has been very quiet. I've lost a lot of money over the last few years and I'm struggling to keep afloat." And I said, "How about we go for a quick coffee? I'm not going to charge you for this advice. You're a friend. We've been friends for a number of years. And hopefully the advice that I can give you will help you going forward." So I basically said, "What is happening within your business?" And I heard things like the economy is slow. She's lost a lot of money in the last 4 years. Suddenly that rang a little bell within my ear. She said, "I've had partners that burnt me." And I thought, okay, you only got one pet store. What's going on here? So another bell rang off and she kept going. But more importantly, throughout the whole conversation, I actually realized that the person didn't take any accountability. And what I mean by that, throughout that process, I never heard this person say, "I stuffed up." It was all about external things that are happening. And she then said, "What advice would you give me?" And I said, "Look, I'm going to give you 3 little things." And I said, number 1 is, throughout this whole conversation, you've never taken no accountability. So it's telling me that either you've stuffed up and you don't want to admit it, or, you truly done nothing wrong. So I said, "Tell me what's going on." And she basically told me, "I've been personally stuffing up." And I said, "Look, we all stuff up in business. We all stuff up in life. And all we need to do is acknowledge that we stuffed up and then find solutions to that problem." And I said, "You also said that you've got business partners and you're losing money." And I said, "Look, this store is always busy. What's going on?" And she basically said, "Oh, we've been trying to launch a few different products in a few different markets over the last 4 years. And that's why we've been losing money." And I said, "Okay, is it related to the pet store industry?" And she said, "Yeah, it is." And she gave me some demonstrations on what the products are. And when she started highlighting the products, I thought, these got actually nothing to do with pet stores. They might sound like they're really good products for animals, but truth be told, it's a whole different business. And just to give you a bit of a background, my friend was trying to actually market aerosol cans for dog smell. She was trying to make her own product. And I thought, even though that's related to the pet industry, you're actually in a whole different industry. You're competing within the, that smell, cleaning, and all that kind of stuff industry. And I said, the reality is, you're a one shop trying to compete against global brands who have manufacturing plants, who have big marketing budgets and distributors and connections and all that kind of stuff when they're releasing aerosol products to the market. So I said, when you're trying to launch a product like this, you need to have a 3 to 4 year vision, not a 1 year vision. So she basically tried this launch for 1 year, didn't work, and she basically lost 50, 60 grand on this project. So those are little things I started to pick up on. Then she told me she was trying to make, products for dogs where, you can like dress them up and all that kind of stuff. And I said, "Look, that's very related to your pet industry or your pet store business, but it's such a saturated market." And she was also exploring and telling me that she hasn't been able to make enough sales to justify. And I said to her, "Well," I said, "that industry is very, very, very competitive." So she said, "What would you actually do if you were me?" And I said, "Keep things simple." And I said, "If you didn't try the aerosol business and clothes and all that kind of stuff, how profitable would your current business be?" And she said, "Quite profitable." And I said, "Why not keep it simple? Why not open another store in another location with the same demographics as your current location, and you can keep scaling that way?" And she goes, that's a bloody good idea, but it's going to cost me about 100 grand to fit out the store. And I said, there's financing options out there, blah, blah, blah. So anyway, I gave her that little spiel, and then she contacted me yesterday and basically said, Johan, I'm going to go see my accountant. I'm going to do my due diligence. I'm going to hire you for some coaching going forward, just to get some help on how to structure this business. And I said, look, make sure that we plan, we do some sales forecasting and whatever. And she was so enthusiastic. And what I actually got out of her was that her passion is building up pet stores. And her passion is doing what she does on a regular basis. And the reason why I'm sharing this with you is when I speak to a lot of people, they want to make a lot more money, like for a side hustle or something else. And usually they have no experience in what they're entering into. And what happens if you enter into a zone that you don't know, you're going to be competing against people who know that industry and market better than you. So my own and practical advice is stick to your lane. And before you go out and do the business, go work in that industry as a job, as a normal employee. And if you can't be bothered doing that, then you don't deserve to have that business. But if you can do that, you can get experience. Just to give you some clarification, I do a lot of sales and business consulting because I actually work in the sales industry. And more importantly, I've built businesses in the past. So I could sell that product or service with confidence, right? So, we all have different gifts. Don't just chase anything that's shiny or brand new. I think sometimes we're better off, looking at what we currently got, and if it's working, stick to it. Another analogy is my wife and I are very successful within the property market. So we don't want to invest in crypto or anything else and all these fancy things. We just stick to what we know, and it's been financially rewarding because we're really good at it. So be good at what you want to be at, focus on it, and I can guarantee you'll do amazing things. So again, guys, welcome to the Blueprint. God bless, but just do me one thing before we clock off. Do some research, work in that industry before you try anything new, and more importantly, make sure it's aligned with your heart and skill set. God bless, guys. Welcome to the Blueprint, and speak soon. Bye.